Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, Ron's Keto Cafe, and I'm Ron. If you're new, welcome, and if you're a returning member, welcome back. And if you're a new member, could you please share, like, and smash that subscribe button? It definitely helps the channel grow. And as always, I'm not a medical doctor. I don't make any medical claims. It's always based on my own personal journey. And thank you for coming along my journey, and thank you for all your new subscribers. Well, welcome to week 199 update, and nothing's changed on the weight stuff. I feel pretty good. I've been going out doing an awful lot of walking, even on the hot, warm, hot, muggy days this past week. We had 3 days that the heat index was over 105. I went walking 3 miles a couple of days, but early in the morning, and then I did a late afternoon walk one day, and I came back and I was completely drenched. Drank a lot of water, and then one day when it was really hot like that, I ended up driving to another town. I took some photography, and I'll have one of my images probably in the show more below. And every day I've been just going out walking and everything. Now I don't know if I mentioned this in the last video, but on the job front, I ended up leaving it after 3 days because it was just too much heavy lifting for me. We were averaging about 15 stops a day, the 2 days that I drove with them. And the first day was just orientation. And each delivery box, I mean, you got to pick your order, you have to put it in your van, you got to get the printout, you got to make sure everything's correct, and you go on location. And we were all over the place. And every one of those boxes that I was picking up, they averaged about 40 to 50 pounds. You know, I can't be doing that on an everyday basis. I mean, it's one thing if I pick up 40 or 50 pounds and move it from here to over there, and that's it for the day. You know, and I hurt my left hip, and then my back was bothering me. I thought I was ready for that kind of work, but I guess I'm not. So I was going to give them a notice, but I just, I'm not. I said, no, I'm not going back. They gave me. There was such a rotten attitude there. My last day before I left, I goes, I don't need this aggravation, So I just, quietly say, have a nice weekend, and then I thought about it all weekend, and then I just said, I left an email. And they never responded to my email, and then I called her up to make sure that they were aware that I was quitting, and she did. And I should have gotten a paycheck this past week. I didn't, so let's hope I get it this week. If they owe me $400, and if they don't give it to me, I'm going to call them up and find out, hey, where's the money that I earned? And then if they don't have an answer for me, I'll call up Human Resources and I'll find out what's going on. But I should get something this week, I hope, because this week we have the rent to pay, and get a car payment to make, and everything else. And so I'll be going out doing an awful lot of walking. We had one event that got canceled yesterday, the Acadian Festival, which is basically a food festival with all French food. And then this coming week we got the Pink Flamingo coming up on Friday. Now the reason why we celebrate Pink Flamingo on the 28th of the month, I believe, is because the plastic Pink Flamingo was originally invented in Leominster. So if you have a plastic flamingo in front of your lawn, then you don't know where it was created from. It was created over here back in the 1950s in a company called Union Products, and I ended up working for Union Products back in the early 70s. And I had actually made the pink flamingo, and it's done through injection blow molding, and it's quite an interesting process. But I'm fully retired, but my neighbor Chris was telling me the other day, he said, why don't you see if you can come over there where you apply for a 7D license? And he said what I ended up doing was he ended up being a monitor for a few months or whatever, and then he ended up getting his license for a bus driver. So I may still do that, but right now my biggest concern is my wife. I don't know the guys and gals have been following me for long. Well, around the flood time that happened last September, my wife was falling a lot. We didn't know what the problem was. My wife's got kidney failure, and she was falling a lot during that time, and we didn't know what the problem was. And that night at the hospital, where the flood happened, I was there with her all day that day, but 12 hours in the hospital. I had gotten home around 5, and then the flood happened, and they kept her in the hospital for 5 days. And it was the reaction to the medication, and she kept losing her balance and everything like that. Now this morning, which is I'm filming this out, I'll post this up for Sunday. Normally I post my videos on Monday. She started up again, and she goes straight down. What happened is her legs really shaking, become really wobbly and weak. And I held on to her so she wouldn't hurt her head or anything falling down. and I just guided her down to the ground, and she laid on the ground for about almost an hour when I gave her a pillow, and I didn't want to get her up right away, and she ended up crawling to the bed. It was that serious. And you know, I can't force her to go to the hospital. I don't either, but I told her, if you fall one more time, I'm calling 911, because I'm not going to deal with it, Donna. You know, I worry about her. This is a big reason why I gave up that job. I mean, what if I'm in Marlboro or someplace like that, like 30 or 40 miles off in the city, and I get a call, and then I got a whole truckload of stuff I have to deliver, and then I got to deliver that and worry about her at the same time. I can't be having that stress on me, you know. So please keep me in the prayers, and you know, pray for her good health to get better. You know, I don't think she's ever going to get fully recovered from this, because she has some kidney damage, but you know, and I'm beginning to wonder if it might have been from that jab I do from a couple of years ago. But you know, I just I don't know. But you know, I'm just taking one day at a time with that. And again, she's got an appointment tomorrow afternoon. If she decides not to go to the hospital, you know, the problem with the hospital, if I take her down there in the emergency room, they're gonna sit there for hours. If I call 911, they'll take her right away and they'll admit her. You know, and then they could monitor her that way. You know, so I just I don't know right now. I'm just kind of really worried about her. Now, we did play bingo on Friday night. She won $10, which really wasn't much, but it was the first time she's won anything in about 8 weeks. And but we go down there every Friday night. You know, she had another great crowd. It was a smaller crowd than the previous week. And coming up on the 4th of July, there on July 5th, there on that Friday, she's going to have a couple of $11.99 giveaways, and you know, and a couple of early bird specials and stuff. So if you live locally there, come down and play bingo that night. And the bingo is going to start earlier that night, 6:15. And you know, we'll see how everything goes. But I'm expecting really a good crowd that night, and I continue to volunteer, and you know, and I'm just continuing out walking every day and doing the chapel recipes. And I'm going to have a big announcement coming up later on next week there, when I start getting some more meats, because I'm thinking about doing carnivore for 1 full month, and giving up a lot of stuff that causing trigger foods with me. Now, since the start of my weight loss journey in January 2020, I managed to take off 110 pounds, and to this day I'm still down 110 pounds. But even though I'm 250 right now, since my original weight loss from September 1st to August 17th to 220, I brought my weight down to 203 pounds, and now it's back up to 250. So I gained like 47 pounds in 3 years. I don't think, you know, think about it. I mean, what's 47 pounds in 3 years? I mean, I'm still in an extra large shirt. I'm still in a size 38 pants, from a size 6 shirt to size 60 pants. So what do I get to be ashamed for or not? Or guilty for? I'm not. I mean, for most part of the entire year, I've been doing maintenance, and sometimes I have to go off plan. I think what's been saving me is all that walking I've been doing. I've been averaging about, well, right now I got like 45 miles in for the month, and we still got a few more days to go. I may go out this morning, do a little bit of walking. I don't know. I'm going to make sure my wife is okay if I go out walking. And I'm going to just continue on walking. I absolutely love walking, and I'm starting to venture out of different towns and, you know, different areas, and I want to take some different photography and talk to some of the locals and see what's going on in that town for concerts on different nights and stuff like that. And you know, it's just fun just going out and doing something different and spontaneous. And so that's what we got going on. And of course, we're going to continue with the chapel recipe and some more video and some more recipes. I'm going to be doing a carnivore recipe from Joe and Rachel from Two Krazy Ketos. I'll have the link, a little show more. Well, it's already there, but I mean the video that I'm going to be copying from them. They made a carnivore dish that looked really well, but they made it with ground beef. I'm going to swap the ground beef out for sausage. I got some ground sausage. I want to fry it all up, and I'm going to just follow it along with they made like a casserole, and it looked really good. I want to try that, and you know, be watching for that particular video and the videos that I'm posting every day up in noon time. But I mean, yeah, everything's going good. Again, thank you guys and gals for coming along with the journey and everything. And You know, like again, 110 pounds of weight loss in almost it'll be 4 years coming up in August already, and you know, to manage to maintain 110 pounds in 4 years, I think that's phenomenal. You know, but let me know when you and show more. How do you think I'm doing or everything as far as my weight goes? I think that's really, really great. And so anyways, I'm going to talk to you guys later. You guys, don't forget to keep my wife in prayers and everything, that, you know, they can help her so that she's not feeling like this, because I hate to see her like this. She's not herself. You know, and I'm just really, really concerned, you know. But I know it's in God's hands. I can't change anything right now, but I know God can, and I know you can with prayers, and to keep me encouraged, to keep me going with my weight loss journey. And the cat's been fine. I did have his nails done a while back ago. Oh, I was trying to show you a photograph I put. I bought him a little playhouse there that's like a beach house, and he really loves it. It's kind of like an apartment house for him. He goes in, it's got a little scratch post, not a scratch post, but a scratch pad. And he go, and when I get up in the morning, he's or any time of day when I come out of my room, he's in it, and I think he likes that because it's dark in there for him, you know. But yeah, so we're gonna press on and continue my walking adventures. And again, we got the Pink Flamingo thing coming up Friday night. Normally we take photographs and all that, but I'm not going to be there this Friday because I do the bingo on Friday nights, and I'm going to follow through with my doctor's appointment for my wife. And as far as the job for me goes, it has to be the right fit, and I got to make sure that I can physically do the job, because I don't want to hurt myself. I just had 2 hip replacements, and I can't afford to get it. What happened was when I was doing all that heavy lifting, I had strained my hip area really bad, and I needed to just sit back for a couple of days, and I can't be doing that heavy lifting on a steady basis. And I was even talking to Alden on Friday nights about it, and he said, Ron, he says, I deal with paint and cans all day long, because he's an interior and outside painter. He paints and washes windows and repairs screens and all that stuff, self-employed. And he goes, I'm in good shape, and I have a hard time lifting up paint cans myself. And he tore something in his shoulder area, and so that could happen to me, you know, on this particular job. So I got really concerned about it after the 3rd day, and so I just said, no, I can't do it. I'm sorry, you know. But I know they weren't happy with me, but life goes on. And but anyways, thank you for coming along my journey and supporting my channel, and have an amazing day. And again, don't forget to give keep my wife in your prayers, because, you know, Donna and I, we've been together for 43 years. And Charlotte had to be that Friday night. We officially got married in 91 there, but we in 82, 81. I met her in 81, and we started living together in 82, and then finally we decided to get married because it was about time, and been together ever since. And basically Donna's the only girl that I ever had, and you know, I'd be heartbroken if something happened, but you know, I don't like to think about those things, but it does eat at me at times. But we're gonna stay encouraged, and continue on with the journey, and continue on inspiring as many as you. So again, thank you for coming along my journey, and have an amazing day. And if anybody hasn't told you this lately, you are amazing. Thank you so much.